Welcome to Beyond the Pages. I'm your host, Arlene Reyes from Donnelly.media. In this podcast, we go beyond the headlines, diving deep into the stories that matter most to our communities. The people you hear from aren't just sources, they are the story. We sit down with the very individuals living it, shaping it, and driving it forward, bringing you their insights, their experiences, and their perspectives. So stay with us, because the most compelling stories don't end on the page. They're just getting started. Hi, welcome to Beyond the Pages. I'm Arlene Reyes, and I'm sitting here today with Shawnick Rodriguez that we did a interview with on our Hook magazine. Welcome, Shawnick. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. Wanted to bring you in to talk a little bit further for either those people that didn't read the article that we did on you, and just see if we can learn a little more about you, your art, and what you do. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Shawnick Rodriguez. Obviously, I go by Art by Sir on social media, and I paint culture so it will not die. I am a Boricua artist. Boricua meaning like my family is from Puerto Rico, and the original name of Puerto Rico is Borinque. So my art is based on Puerto Rican art, and I'm also a teacher. Okay. And a lot of people get it misconstrued because I say I'm a Puerto Rican art and culture teacher, but they don't understand that, yes, I'm Puerto Rican, but I teach Puerto Rican art and culture to my students.
Right. So I've seen some of your artwork. It's amazing, as also being Puerto Rican. I find it truly inspiring. Your artwork, your take on it, that I think that a lot of people maybe that are not familiar with the Puerto Rican culture don't understand the roots and the mixture of the roots of Puerto Rican culture. And then I mentioned before we started filming that I really liked your ring. And so I think that, as Puerto Ricans, we embrace all the different parts of our culture, and the Taíno being one of them. And I noticed that is a lot of inspiration within your art. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So it's funny because this year I've been teaching my students what makes a Puerto Rican, because a lot of people do not understand our culture so much because we come in so many different shades and hair textures. So we come, from Spaniards who are like white as snow, but then we come from Africa and we're blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. So people don't understand that dynamic, that we have like this combination of Africans, Taínos, and Spaniards. So I try to teach my students who are not Puerto Rican that yes, there could be a Puerto Rican in this room that looks black because their descendants come from Africa, or there's some that are white that look like they come from Spain, and then there's some that look like me that look like Taínos. So I want them to be like open-minded, that we're just not this one blend of color. Like we come in different shades, and I want my students to like embrace that. Like especially my niece. My niece is half black and half Puerto Rican. And I try to instill in her all the time that, you got the best of both worlds, girl. Like you got the collard greens and you got the rice and beans,
Right.
You got the best seasonings in the world. So like enjoy it, embrace it, because people will try to tell you in this world like, oh, one is better than the other, one is not. It's equally as good.
Right. And then I think people don't understand. Sometimes I think about, I have a huge family. So I have 40 first cousins. And when you say variety of what people look like, that is exactly what you see. When I look at my family, it's like a gradient of colors and hair textures and eye colors and everything. So I think that the spreading that message is so important. I mean, I did my ancestry and I had 29 different regions from where my DNA comes from. So I think that you're right. People don't understand that we're such a mixture of all these different cultures. Do you feel inspired by one part or the other more than others sometimes, or do you feel like it's a fair blend?
I think it's a fair blend. I do embrace like my Taino culture a little bit more because that's what I resonate with. That's what I feel like I look more of.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like to highlight like the African side because a lot of people be like, oh, like they make fun of like Dominicans because Dominicans be like, me no black. But Puerto Ricans, we embrace like the blackness in our culture because like a lot of our music, like Bomba y Plena, come from
Mm-hmm.
Africa. Even when it comes to rice and beans, that's Africa, from Africa. Coquito, where that come from? Africa. So we
Mm-hmm.
like embrace it so much, and because we embrace it so much, and I'm a lighter Puerto Rican, I want to highlight that even more
Right.
so that people are not so ignorant
Mm-hmm.
to that part of us, because a lot of people like they be like, I don't know what it is when it comes to like skin color, like it's no, I'm this shade, I'm more of this than that, and I want them to embrace it.
I think sometimes there's an expectation of denying, like people think, oh, you're automatically, like if you're a lighter Puerto Rican, you're automatically going to deny this part of yourself. Or if you're a darker Puerto Rican, you're automatically going to deny that part.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of just, doesn't matter what shade you are,
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you have something from every single,
Absolutely.
every single part of what makes Puerto Ricans Puerto Ricans.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're teaching your students, what type of agenda do you follow? And are your students have come from various backgrounds?
So my students range from kindergarten to eighth grade, but I like the babies. So I try to like simplify it so that they have a better understanding of it. So if I have to like use like, I've noticed now, like now that I'm getting more into like Crayola, and Crayola has like variations of skin tone, because I noticed when I do projects with my students and we just have like the regular color crayons, they're like, I don't see my shade in there.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can use that as a learning tool and use the shades that they have, the skin tones. Like, yes, they do have your shades, and you can embrace this shade. You don't have to be like the white crayon or the brown crayon. Like, there's different blends.
I
Like,
actually did not
and
know
shades.
Crayola started making different
Oh yes,
shades.
they do. And they're $3.99.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah, I had no
Crayola hit
idea.
me
It was
up.
always like, let me try to mix these two colors to make my own, to make
No, they
myself.
actually have a box of crayons where it has like the different shades of it. Like, they're very, one thing I love about Crayola is that they're very intentional. And if you like look them up, they're very intentional when it comes to not just only like our skin color and just variations of color, but also like what's healthy for our environment. So they're like 100% renewable energy. So everything that they make is from renewable energy. So from solar power. So I like love that brand even more
Mm-hmm.
because of that.
Right.
Because of all the great things that they do.
Right. Right. And
So
then
hit me up.
yeah. um yeah, I mean that was a great promotion for Crayola. So your students, are they from the public school? Do they sign up for your classes? How do they
So,
find out that you're teaching art and
so
culture?
I work for Taller Puerto Riqueño, and that's a Puerto Rican organization in the heart of North Philly, which is considered like the El Barrio of North Philly, because that's where Puerto Ricans first migrated when they came from Puerto Rico to the United States. They went to three hubs. That was New York, Chicago, and the third one was Philly. So in that area, that's where I work, and I do the after school program there, where we have um we have like kindergarten, not so much kindergarten, but they're like 5, 6 years old to like 13. And then um there's another portion of it. So that's the culture exploration program that I teach. But then they have the Venicios program, where they hire teaching artists like myself, and we go into the Philadelphia School District and we teach children about Puerto Rican art and culture in that area. So those children there, it just depends on what school we're in.
Mm-hmm.
So they come from different backgrounds. Like, one of the schools that I taught, they were predominantly black. The other school that I taught at, it was predominantly Latinos, but there wasn't a lot of Puerto Ricans. They were Dominicans, Venezuelans, Colombians, Cubans. So I get to teach them about my culture. And at the same time with those students, because I'm not bilingual because I speak Spanglish.
Okay.
So it's like with me and my students, what I share with them because they predominantly speak Spanish.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, I get to teach you about my culture and you get to teach me Spanish.
Right.
So it's like one hand washes the other. Like they tell you, you know, when you get older, you can learn from kids. And I'm learning that as I'm working with kids. Like, you know what? I can learn from kids because they could teach me Spanish and they can help me be a better person that now I can communicate not just only with them, but with other adults.
Right, right. And then how long have you been teaching?
This year is my 6th year.
Oh, wow.
That I've been teaching.
And what inspired you to start teaching about Puerto Rican culture?
Girl, it landed on my lap.
Okay. Sometimes that's the best way.
No, it literally did. At Thayel, I was doing an art show. And the person that I was working with at the time that was working there, he loved my artwork. And he was the program manager that did the program for the Venecios, where we went into the Philadelphia School District and teach. And he said that he thought I would be a great fit. Would I be interested? And I was like, why not? Let's give it a try. And since then, I've been teaching and I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Now, going back to your artwork, are you creating art that you see and feel, or are you doing more of things someone's asking you for a piece or something like that?
Well, first I started off with making jewelry, and it was just like one of one that people would ask me. And then I was just like, well, let's see if I could figure out something that I could just do for fun for me. So I would do that at first, but I noticed when Hurricane Maria hit, I didn't really know nothing about my culture, my people, my background, nothing. And it was my form of expressing myself, because that's the best way I know how to, is through art. And that's how I got into learning about Puerto Rico, through my art, because I had to research and know, what am I painting? Because how ignorant can I be to sit here and paint something and I can't even tell you a story about it?
Right.
So from that, I've learned how to do the art that I enjoy to do. And now I've opened up for commissions and I hand paint on hats. But for the most part,
I've seen the hats. Yeah.
But I do my own thing still on the side, because it's great to do something and bring somebody else's vision in life to life. But at the end of the day, like as creators, like we have to get our creative juices out. And I don't want it to feel like I'm working for somebody. I still want to enjoy what I do and love. So in between those projects, I try to make sure that I do something that I want to do and I enjoy.
Right. Is it difficult when someone's asking you to create something for them, and the way they're describing it, you kind of feel like, as an artist, I wouldn't put those things together, or I wouldn't do that way?
Yeah, so what I try to tell my clients when they hit me up is that, okay, this idea is great and all, but I like to go with a theme. Because I feel like sometimes as Puerto Ricans, there's not a theme. It's kind of like a lot of things all at once.
I want it all.
Yeah. And it's great, but then it looks too busy. And when it comes to like art, it can be very busy, but you want something to tell a story. And that's what I like to do with my art. I want to tell a story that when you look at it, it's like, okay, I am starting to understand like what the artist was trying to tell me, or your interpretation of what I was trying to tell through me storytelling. So I always tell them, listen, are you going to trust me as the artist? I like your idea, but I think this would be better. I will still incorporate those things that you want, but there's certain things that I will pull out because it's not going with a story that we should tell on your hat. And for the most part, they'll let me get creative freedom. I'll have every once in a blue moon, like somebody will tell me, oh, I don't really like this. So what I've learned to do now is when I'm creating their work, I always make sure that I sketch it out. I'll send a picture and I'm like, hey, what do you think about it? Do you like it? You love it? If you don't, like, I'll go back and revise it. And for the most part, they love how it came out, and then I'll just start painting.
Right, because it's not like you're sitting at a computer and doing this. I'm not saying that doesn't take time, but you're actually drawing and painting,
Mm-hmm.
which is very time consuming for someone to
Girl,
say.
very time consuming.
For someone to then say, oh no, I like this,
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer this or that or that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see as far as the next level you're going to take your art to?
Well, right now, the level that I wanted to be on, so my style, so I got I got a lot of different styles, but my style, because I come from what people would consider like the hood, I'm very like urban. I love like the Timbs, the sneakers, the snapbacks, the hoodies. Like I love like big tees. That's my kind of style. So I noticed with me hand painting the hats, like fedoras, they're cute, they're very girly, but is it like my style? No. So I started getting into like, now that's my fun thing to do. So I'll do like fedoras for people, but now I've been getting into the snapbacks because that's what I enjoy. And because I grew up in an urban area, I love hip hop a lot. Like I love hip hop, rap music. So one of my goals, I would love to see like one of my favorite rappers like rock one of my hats.
Okay.
Like if I can achieve that goal, then it's just like the icing on the cake. Like, oh my God, it finally happened, because that's what I grew up. I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, and that was like the style, that's the fashion statement. So to bring that part of me out more than me being very girly, that's the next level I want to be on. Like I want to show my personality a little bit more. Like, yeah, it's great that I do Puerto Rican artwork and I'm still going to do it, but I want to embrace like the part of me that a lot of people don't know about me.
Right. That's great. I think you do look girly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and it is still in a very urban style, but it's in a feminine way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Sometimes it could be a little boyish, but it's still girly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that you are. I mean, you're wearing Tim's now, and that looks pretty girly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very stylish. So if anybody wanted to find out more about your art and pieces that you have, or see if you have pieces for sale, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Well, you can find me on all social media platforms at Art by Sir, and that's ArtBysir. Because some people be like Art by Siri, or I don't know, they make up all, and I'm like, no, sir, like a man. So you can find me on like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, YouTube. Like I'm on all the platforms. And then I have my website that you can find like my jewelry pieces, also my paintings, reprints of my canvas paintings, and you can go on www.artbysir.com. And I'm also on Etsy, and Etsy you could just find Art by Sir. Okay. And that's how you can find me.
All right. And then is there anything else that you would like our listeners or watchers, however we're putting the platform out there, however they're listening, to know? Whether it's about you, your art.
No, not even me, but about art in general.
Okay.
I feel like art is not very appreciative to people because they find it as something that is just, oh, it's easy to do. Like, why should I pay this artist this amount of money for it? Not knowing that not only that it, yes, is a talent, but it's also a skill, and it's time consuming. And it takes a lot of energy and time for an artist to create something that I feel like is inspiring to them, that is beautiful, that they put their heart and soul into. So what I'm trying to say is, like, don't ever lowball like an artist. Like, appreciate their time, appreciate their worth and their value, and pay them their worth, because they're worth that, and then some.
Yeah. Original art is not something that you're just gonna, it's not like how can I describe it?
It's not something you're getting from IKEA.
Right, no. I was gonna say, you're not going to Home Goods and getting getting actual art.
Yeah.
that's just a decorative thing to fill a space, but something like the work that you do and other artists, it's much different, and yeah, it should be appreciated, and that comes with the cost. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for coming.
Thanks
really
for
appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. This episode of Beyond the Pages is sponsored by Tommy's Original in Haddonfield, New Jersey. Tommy's Original, providing pristine cuts and styles since 2021. Call 856-524-1528 to book your appointment today.